Blog Talk Radio.
Sports fans around this big, beautiful blue marble we call Earth and wherever city you may live in, welcome to episode 54 of the VWU Sports Podcast. As always, you have myself, JB, running the ship, as being joined, as always, by my colorful co-hosts, Brandon and Carter. But tonight, we got ourselves a special guest joining us at the bar tonight.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and bring him on, man.
Bring him
Jacob,
in.
we have our
Ladies and gentlemen, making his first appearance in the bar. He is a proud citizen of Indiana. He is a Hoosier man. He is a lifelong member of Colts Nation. He represents the shoe any day of the week. But in the virtual wrestling world, he has done just as well. He is in his career has held over 7 world championships to his name. He is a former Ring of Valiance world heavyweight champion and a part owner of Ring of Valiance Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Hellraiser himself, Mr. Cody Hagan.
One, you forgot that record has been changed to now having 10 world titles.
Okay, I missed a few. Sue me.
Anyways, especially on the Hellraiser. Why you always come with a Hellraiser for some goddamn reason? You always forget that.
I don't know, but anyways, welcome to the bar, Cody.
We're doing live.
Yeah, we're doing live. Yeah, welcome to the bar, Cody. We got a lot to talk about tonight. But we're going to kick it off with some stuff that's been going on the courts in the NBA because they're just about to get through with their first month in the over on the National Basketball Association.
Yeah, no kid.
Yeah, we got some games. We actually got a lot of big time primetime games coming up tonight as of late. In fact, tip off is just about to start down in New Orleans at the Smoothie King Center in a Mid-South battle between the Pelicans and the Grizzlies. Tip off is just about to start over on TNT.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's going to be a good one right there. Both teams are really making a good start here for the 22 season.
Saturday my game doesn't start till tomorrow when we get the Hornets.
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow your Pacers will be going up against the Charlotte Hornets. Later on tonight, an hour over in the Big D in Dallas, the Mavericks will be playing host to the 8-6 Clippers. We got a lot of good games here tonight. Then we got
Nick taking on the top team of the West. Of all teams, the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, the Knicks are just below 500 starting off the season, but they have done this before. But they are taking up against the top-ranked Jazz of the Western Conference over in Salt Lake City. At 9 o'clock, we got a couple 9 o'clock games tonight. Starting in Portland as the Trailblazers play host to the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs would love to try to get back to 500 before the start of December.
Also at 10, the Brooklyn Nets head into the Golden One Center to take on the Sacramento Kings.
Safe to say Brooklyn is trying everything they can to get rid of this dumpster fire.
Well, let's dive deep into the NBA, fellas. First and foremost, let's talk about what's going on with the Celtics because we all thought that Boston was going to go through a tailspin during the offseason. The head coach got suspended because a little bit of hanky-panky, but
but I feel like I feel like we all thought it was going to be a tailspin, but instead they're leading the East with an 11-3 record going into December. So safe to say something clicked after that accusation bullshit with their head coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the coach had a fun time on Twitter.
Yeah, no kidding. I think let's also consider Utah is basically shocking a lot of folks. They're in the thick of it in the Western Conference. They're in the thick of it. I thought that this team was going to fall after they traded away Donovan Mitchell to
Rudy Gobert.
They got rid of all that cap space. They decided to work with it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to correct you on something, Carter. They not just got rid of Donovan Mitchell. They also got rid of Rudy Gobert, too.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah, Rudy Gobert's over in Minnesota. He's having a good time over there. And, like I said, the Western Conference is a little bit tougher than the Eastern Conference is, because you still got Golden State over there. Lakers
you still got the Splash Brothers who are looking to do damage in the West,
Yeah, Lakers are still, struggling somewhat.
They're still on the bottom end of of what's been going on over there, and you got to believe.
I know how it's going because the Pacers are 8th in the conference.
That's still the thing here. It is this that being the 8th seed doesn't mean that you still have a chance. I mean, we are still early on in the season there, Cody. You have to remember this is an 82-game season, so we are just starting this season. We're not even hit the new year yet.
Yeah, the Pacers got 6 losses and 6 wins.
They're dead center at 6-6 and third in the Central Division. Right, just a game and a half. Game and a half behind Cleveland.
Absolutely, and I think Milwaukee is still leading that division.
Yeah, they're still running the division. Still running the Central Division. Cleveland is just 2 games right behind them.
So I mean, you can pretty much back. I was about to say you can pretty much back the Big Greek is going to find some way to get Milwaukee back in the playoffs when the time is right.
Yeah, Giannis, man, the Greek freak. Yeah, so like I said, Cody, don't hit the panic button yet on your Pacers. We have seen crazier things happen in the NBA, so I wouldn't be surprised if you're
Pacers about our crazy. This Saturday will be 19 years since the infamous Malice at the Palace.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Who could ever forget that infamous moment when Detroit and Indiana started having a little fist fight and somebody threw a cup of soda at Ron Artest's face.
Yeah, Ron Artest was laying down on the scorekeeper's table, and they threw it at him, and he jumped up and ran up into the audience trying to beat
he jumped up and just came in there and started throwing fists, you know?
Mm-hmm. And even Steven Jackson was going up there, too.
Yeah, it was bad, man.
Yeah, and I still remember, guys, what Bill Walton said, because he was on commentary. That game was on ESPN, and Bill Walton was on commentary, and I still remember his words. He said, "This is a disgrace," and at that time, that was a disgrace.
Yeah, that speaks for itself. But yeah, like I said, we are still way early into the season. I wouldn't start either panicking or thinking possible championship run until maybe about February.
Yeah, I think also, let's keep this in mind first, and this goes for all the teams besides the Pacers, but this goes for everybody. Like I said, like we said, they just started the season. We haven't even reached Thanksgiving yet, but
we haven't hit the holiday break yet. I suggest hold on until maybe past the All-Star break, and then we'll start thinking either hitting the panic button or possibly thinking about going for the title. Okay.
Absolutely, and probably by then Kyrie Irving will be able to play for Brooklyn. I think he's still suspended.
Yeah,
I think he's still suspended because I don't know whether or not he's in the starting lineup this evening. When the Nets take on the Kings this evening, I don't know whether or not he's in the starting lineup. But
that dude has done more stupid things than the dumbass Olympics.
Yeah, let's just say he made more enemies.
We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna stay on the courts here because we're gonna talk about some college basketball because they just got their season going off as well. And so far we got a lot of games kicking just about to hit halftime or in the second half as we speak.
Hold on that thought, Jacob. Like I said, because everybody's in action. Almost everyone in that moment's in action. That's about 3 games in the top 25 that's in action.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky is leading Michigan State in the State Farm Champions Classic, 22-21. So that's a nail biter. Oof. Yeah,
with 6 minutes left in the first half, that's gonna be a good one right there over on ESPN. But I agree, let's stick to the top 25 so that we don't have to worry about all the other teams because there's a lot of colleges playing college basketball these days.
We'll be here all night long just talking about it. So. But we already got a game already in progress as during like you said, Kentucky, Michigan State fighting in the State Farm Champions Classic over there on ESPN.
25 ranked UConn taking on Buffalo.
Yeah, the Huskies of UConn playing host to Buffalo, 19-14. Actually, let me fix that. It's now 21-16. UConn with 6 minutes and change left in the first half. Over in the Plains of Auburn, the Auburn Tigers playing host to Winthrop. And so far, it's a tight game between those two. 9 points separated themselves with 3 minutes and change left in the first half.
Here are some of the good games that's coming up. We
Yep.
have San Diego State taking on Stanford. San Diego State is the 17 rank.
Mm-hmm. And Stanford is on the outside looking in. That'll tip off at 9. But it's gonna be over. It's gonna be on the Pac-10 network. In about 40 minutes, tip off over in North Kakalaki. Had to do my JBL impression there. The Tar Heels will be playing host to Gardner Webb.
And the scariest thing is that Tar Heels are top of the.
Yeah, they're top of the hill here, which is kind of fair because considering the fact that UNC is a basketball home, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. And gentlemen, we got a bluegrass battle coming up later on in Indianapolis. Duke and Kansas.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Seventh ranked Duke Blue Devils against the 6th ranked Kansas.
Yeah, the two schools who are renowned for their basketball prowess about the clash later on tonight on ESPN. Safe to say that's a game you do not want to miss. That's a blockbuster right there.
Absolutely. We got Alabama. They're gonna do battle against South Alabama down in Mobile.
Yeah, a little in-state rivalry here.
Hold on, Jacob. I do believe we have another guest. Let me go ahead and bring him on into the bar.
Oh God.
I'm back, fellas.
Hey! Welcome back. It's been a while, my man.
Well, I had an emergency last week. I had phone trouble the week before.
Ooh. That's rough. But
We'll
we know the feeling.
Here now, Louis.
We'll one. Do this on a laptop. Do this on a laptop. I'm doing that.
Yeah. Anyways, definitely. Louis, we were talking about what's been going on over in college basketball since the season has just started not too long ago. And safe to say, we got a lot of big games coming out tonight and a potential blockbuster between Kansas and Duke later on tonight.
Hold on, Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
I want to discuss about the game that happened recently. It was Friday in the since it was Veterans Day. Gonzaga took on Michigan State on a like a war, like a battleship.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember seeing photos of that.
Annual game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were doing that. They were doing that to pay homage to those men and women who have served, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. You know that was a very close game between Gonzaga and Michigan State. I do believe it was that Gonzaga won that game right there at the buzzer.
It was Gonzaga. Yeah. They started slow, but they held themselves the lead to take down the Spartans. Which you know what? It's early. It's not, and I don't think Gonzaga on this one. The best way to start slow is in the early stages, because when you get to the later stages, or possibly in a conference championships or in the March Madness, you better not slow down.
Yeah. No, you do not want to peak too early, basically.
Exactly.
So I think basically, Brandon, what you're saying is, peak at the right time, which is probably usually near the end of the season. Because we saw that in baseball with the Phillies. They peaked at the right time and rolled the ride all the way to the World Series.
They made it to the world. They made it to the dance. It's just that they couldn't hang in there with the king, you know.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
Cheaters.
Well.
You say sweet cheaters, but the fact that they won clean is something else, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, since we are in the realm of baseball now.
Let's switch it up here. We got to talk about what's been going on in the off season. With we got a lot of signings and a lot of wheeling and dealing, basically.
First of all, we got a lot of awards to announce. First of all, Terry Francona is the AL Manager of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday they awarded Rookie of the Year in the AL and the NL. Now the AL was no surprise. Julio Rodriguez did an absolutely fantastic job in Seattle.
Harris the second of the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, that was something else, honestly. Congratulations all around to both winners of the Rookie of the Year. But man, a lot of these awards we kind of figured was going to happen, honestly, you know.
Absolutely, and that reminds me, Anthony Rizzo is staying in the Bronx for a couple more seasons.
Yep, Anthony Rizzo has re-signed with the Yankees. He's still going to be wearing pinstripe.
That's to make sure I got it right. So yeah, his it's a multi-year deal with up to $51 million.
2 years.
It's a 2-year deal with a club option for a third.
Oh, right.
So basically, and he's going to make $34 million over the next 2 seasons, and then a club option in 2025 that includes a $6 million buyout. So
That's
I
good.
think that the Yankees, gentlemen, the Yankees basically, they want to. This team wants to be destined to get to the World Series. They haven't been to the World Series since last decade. Well, probably before last decade. The last time they went to the World Series was 2009.
They've been without a chance for a ring in over a decade, and it's kind of catching up, and it's kind of eating them alive, basically.
Yeah, and basically, their town rivals, the Mets, have opened up the wallet. They're going after Justin Verlander.
And they also going after Kodai Senga of Japan.
Yeah, so they're going after them. They want to get rid of low Mets once and for all.
Yes.
Especially the way how they just let the season slip away from their fingers, losing in the playoffs. So
technically the wild card, which to me, I feel like that's their curse.
Yeah, it feels like a curse to them, honestly. But a lot of wheeling and dealing is going on as we speak over in the Major League Baseball. Hopefully we will get some. Hopefully once we get to the draft, we'll be seeing a lot more big news coming out.
Absolutely, and I think that once the free agency opens, we'll figure out who goes where and what team is going to be willing to cough up some money, because there's no salary cap in baseball.
Only a luxury tax, and that's easier said than done.
And speaking of dealing, Tyler Anderson agreed to a 3-year deal with the Angels after ejecting their counterparts of the Dodgers.
I think Louis was about to say something.
Well, it's kind of a bad joke. So there's 2 things. There's no salary cap, but there's no crying in baseball. Or no crying in baseball.
Well, that's
Thank you.
There's
I'll be here all week.
Milk, but I do see your point. But
yeah, definitely.
Now the Marlins, by the way, have made history. So they hired a woman to be the president of the baseball team. And this follows probably sometime last year when they hired a woman to be the general manager. So this is the first time in baseball history.
Sooner or later, history's going to be made, and we're going to see the first woman player to be a part of the starting lineup in baseball. It's going to happen.
It's bound to happen. Sooner or later, we could see the first female manager in baseball history. It's bound to happen. But the Marlins is just a question mark of itself. Because I honestly don't know what in sense here they're doing. And I think ever since Derek Jeter left town, the Marlins have just been like this wondering in the middle of nowhere.
They just don't have a direction.
Yeah, they're basically like chickens with their heads cut off, basically.
There's no direction.
I always hear that.
And hopefully somebody will come back, go down to Miami and give them some direction, and maybe we can see the Marlins possibly be a good fight again somewhere down the line, but I don't know.
We'll see.
But I think that also, fellas, and we do have some breaking news for the NFL, but we'll get to the NFL later. But
we'll save that for the main event. But
I think that obviously some of these teams in the MLB, like we said with free agency comment, Aaron Judge is out there. So there are teams that's going to be, coughing up money just to get Aaron Judge.
They're basically drooling of the fact of possibly getting a generational talent in one Aaron Judge.
Yeah, absolutely. I think San Francisco's interested. So I don't know whether or not he's going to be the answer. I don't know whether or not he's going to be the answer to the Giants' problems, but you know,
it'd be something, honestly.
Yeah, it'd be something to consider. Shifting gears, let's hit college football real quick. Like I said, we don't have the rankings yet. We don't have the rankings yet because the rankings are supposed to come out like 9 Eastern, 8 Central, which is
in about an hour. But yeah, we can say this. Yeah, we don't have any confirmation yet on what the standings are going to be for of course the AP Top 25. But we can tell you what's been going on in the what happened last week, of course, with the selection committee. We can safely say is this. Here's what says here in the top top 10 for the for college football playoffs. So far, Georgia back up on number 1, on top of the list, followed by Michigan and Ohio State. So safe to say, when Michigan and Ohio State put up their dukes, we are going to be getting a heavyweight showdown open up. I think at the Horseshoe, or they're going to be doing it at the Big House.
Let me check real quick because that game is next Saturday. Either them.
Rivalry week.
Let me check just to be sure. That's a big rivalry between Michigan and Ohio State.
Been going on for over a century, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the Horseshoe, Jacob.
Okay, it's going to be at the Horseshoe in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, safe to say, whenever that game comes on next Saturday, best believe all eyes is going to be on Columbus, because we could be seeing one of these two teams possibly make it to the playoffs, and the other team is going to be crying.
Yeah, I think also let me jump in real quick. Yeah, let me jump in real quick because TCU, they're going to be watching. We know that they're going to be playing in the Big 12 championship in December.
Yeah, and funny you mentioned TCU because they're playing against Baylor.
Yeah, the Baylor Bears this Saturday, if I remember correctly. Also Tennessee, even though they had their only loss to Georgia, they are on the outside looking in at number 5 with the Ducks of Oregon sitting right next to them at number 6.
Unfortunately, Oregon lost over the weekend. So we
might be seeing them fall a bit. So yeah, Like I said, this was made last week, so we're only going by skepticism and guesses.
Yeah,
okay?
And absolutely. And Georgia, they won the East, and LSU won the West. So we already got the SEC championship game already set up for Atlanta. So that's gonna be a good game.
Oh, definitely.
That's going to be a good game. And you know what? I got to give Brian Kelly credit because there was a lot of people that thought that LSU was going to finish like 4th or 5th in the West. They didn't expect them to win the division.
Nah, I was one of them. I thought for sure that when Brian Kelly was starting his first year in LSU, I thought we were going to go like maybe like 500 at best and possibly get a chance for a good bowl game. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
This is like beyond birthday cake and chocolate milk. This is like something else, honestly.
Basically, beyond ice cream and cake.
Yeah, this is something that goes beyond. This is something that I feel like I'm having deja vu.
It should be interesting.
I've seen this film before.
Now, if LSU beats Georgia.
Oh, good God.
Oh, boy. That is going to be mayhem.
In Atlanta.
That's going to be mayhem. You're going to need to get Allstate for this game. But,
get
football coach. And I don't like to lose. Oh, no.
But I think also keep this in mind. Like I said, Alabama, well, I don't know. I don't think they're going to go to the playoffs. I really, really don't. Even though they did beat Ole Miss over the weekend, I just don't think this team's going to make the playoffs. Not with 2 losses.
It's damn near almost criminal if they do, honestly. It'll be a sour note on the selection committee that they brought in. They are favoring Alabama, even though they have two losses to their name and not even close to the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Just barely in the top 10, might I add. You know.
Yeah. Now, shifting. Well, we're going to shift. We're still going to stick to football. But first of all, a relocation I don't know whether you want to call it a relocation, more like a replacement. Because returning next year for the USFL is the Memphis Showboats.
Yeah, the Memphis Showboats will be returning to the USFL will be making their grand return to the USFL and being part of the Southern Division as well for 2023.
Mm-hmm. Now, we said this before the show got started. Since I'm not that far away from Memphis, I can always go up to Memphis and catch a Showboats game. And they also did say that Memphis is going to be one of the two hub cities for the USFL.
Because the USFL is still taking the protocol very seriously. And honestly, I give commitments to them. They still want to have good football, but they don't want to cause any issues. You know.
So Memphis and Birmingham are going to be the hub for the South. I don't know the word is coming from the North. I know rumors are saying
I thought they were going to go in their own stadiums this year. I thought they were going to do their own stadiums, not playing with just one location.
Well, I think that's explained how come Tampa Bay is on hiatus because I thought that I was thinking that same way too. Louis, I thought that they were going to be able to go to their individual stadiums. I mean, we know the XFL is going to individual stadiums.
So what
the question mark is still there for Vegas. We don't know what they're playing, but I thought that they were going to be able to go play in their own separate stadiums. But I think
it was the plan.
I thought they was going to do the same thing too. I guess what they're trying to do is I think they're trying to have still do safety, better safe than sorry, because they don't want to suspend the season because of a COVID outbreak. So honestly, it's a head scratcher to me. But I mean, we don't want to leave. We're just talking. So we're just talking heads, talking about football. So
yeah, basically.
Right.
But like I said, so I'm looking forward to seeing the Memphis Showboats next year. I believe that season starts in April.
I do believe so.
Now, how are they going to work this out between the USFL and that other league?
The XFL.
Now, I think what's happening
I'm not mentioning by name.
Yeah. The XFL, now, I think they have a deal with ABC and Disney. And their games are going to be like on Hulu and FX. I think FX. Yeah, one of those FX stations.
FX is Fox. But FX is Fox, isn't it?
Keep in mind. Hold on. Keep in mind.
When was the last time FX had football? Like decades ago?
Hold on, Jim.
The original.
Well, let's keep this in mind because I think we need to bring folks up to date. Disney owns FX now.
Yeah, shockingly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot.
I remember a joke from David Letterman when he did a top 10 list on Disney, and one of the jokes he did on his top 10 list is that Disney says they changed the name. When you wish upon a star, change to "We will rule the world with an iron fist."
Speaking of the XFL, we had something really good happen earlier today. The XFL decided to start up the draft class a little bit early and start off with their quarterback draft for their 18th this coming season.
Absolutely. Now, like I said, we don't know their names per se, even though they did announce them.
Except for one, Kyle Slaughter, who was a part of the Breakers during the USFL season, but he was also a former backup for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Like I said, we don't know their names now, but probably by the end of next year they'll be household names.
Definitely, we might be
stars. Yeah, and we know that they have to start building at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these franchises have to start building at some point, and start planting the seeds. And now that you're starting to plant the seeds, and now the draft is coming up. We got the draft they're doing the draft tomorrow and Thursday in Vegas. So
at UFC Apex, if I remember correctly.
So this is a great way for them to start building. And now let's
and they have
see
also
what...
just announced. They have also announced the reveal of their official football. And honestly, I'm okay with it. Simple and it works.
Well, I think they're trying to stay as far away from the old XFL and the black and red football as possible.
That was so slippery.
Right.
They had to literally run sandpaper over it just to be able to get traction on it. But honestly, I kind of wish they would have kept with the XFL design they did for their reboot season a couple of years ago before COVID, because it was a good idea, honestly.
Well, let's see what Dana, I can't pronounce her last name.
Daniel Garcia and shit. Now I'm stuck at it as well.
She's a chairwoman.
Yeah, she's a chairwoman.
We all know that Dwayne Johnson also owns this league.
We know that.
Let's move to the main event, fellas. And
before we talk about what's going on that happened last week with the NFL, let's talk about what's been going on as of late, because we've been having a lot of big breaking news happen as we speak. Just today, we got a lot of players who are out for the injury bug. So I think, Carter, you might need to hit up that tune, man.
Which tune? Accident waiting to happen?
No,
not that one.
No, you're
I
funny.
don't have the General Hospital seat.
But we got a lot of injuries. We got a lot of injuries coming that came to our desk that just happened today. Starting off with the Eagles out from their only loss to the Commanders, which I'm shocked to say at least.
Hold on, Jacob. I got some breaking news from baseball. Buck Showalter is the NL Manager of the Year.
There we go.
Brandon called it. You did call it, Brandon.
And Jacob, you're not gonna like this one also because it involves your Saints.
I saw. Let's get back to the breaking news for the with the NFL. Starting off with the injuries. After their game against Washington, tight end Dallas Goedert will miss some time due to a shoulder injury suffered last night. This is from Mike Garofalo. The injury happened on the missed face mask call in the fourth quarter. This is from Sean McVay. Matthew Stafford is in concussion protocol, so he is not going to be able to play this week.
Situation worse. Cooper Kupp is going to be out for a while.
Yeah, with a high ankle sprain and will undergo surgery tomorrow. He's going to be on injured reserve. That's not good for the Rams.
Hold off on the injuries, Jacob, because if we start going down on the injuries, this show is never going to end.
Right.
I think that. Hold on. I think that obviously, first and foremost, I think Aaron Rodgers raised a good point because there was an article out on ESPN, and he was saying that the NFL needs to go back to natural grass. And the sooner the better.
I agree because, look, the hybrid turf has its pros, but unfortunately the cons outweigh them, mainly being player safety because when you mix grass and plastic, it's not good, man.
Yeah, I think but also Aaron Rodgers raised a couple of good points. The NFL has been talking about with all this player safety this, player safety that. Yet they increased the number of regular season games to 17. They also increased the number of participants in the playoffs and getting rid of one of the byes. And they're still preaching about player safety, even though we saw what happened weeks ago. And they're still talking about player safety. And Aaron Rodgers was simply saying that the NFL needs to put their money where their mouth is. I don't blame him.
He's basically seeing the NFL calling the pot the kettle black, you know.
Yeah. So
Man of the Packers, There's going to be another Rodgers joining the team.
Oh yeah, from what you got a good point there. The Green Bay is collected. Let me look it up. Come on, work with me. There we go.
Hang on,
they waived Amari Rodgers off, so that's not good.
It's because of the fumble.
Yeah,
I think they waived him off.
Yeah, I think first of all, and we're gonna get to the scores in a minute, but I think obviously there's so many things that's changed in the NFL so far. And first of all, Dan Snyder is still in hot water for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's what happens when you mess with the money, man. That's what happens when you mess with the money, man.
Don't mess with the money.
And then the one.
I think the saying goes, we have passed the point of him effing around. We're at the stage
now he's finding out.
Yeah, that's at the stage. Now, this past week's games, gather around everyone, because I hope SpongeBob has a table for all of us. Here's the thing, because we saw an instant classic Sunday.
Oh, definitely. Up in Buffalo between the Vikings and the Bills. That was nothing short of mwah.
We could say the same for how about them Cowboys?
Oh God! Hey yo, hold on, because I got something for that. Yo, DJ, let me find it.
Spin that shit.
Yeah, now hold on, let me find it. Yo, DJ, spin that track.
A mediocre team and big things.
How about them Cowboys?
Oh, come on.
They will let you down.
Just wait.
God.
But yeah. Safe to say Aaron Rodgers got out with the W over the Cowboys over at Lambeau Field, man.
So was it too late to edit the certificate of authenticity to now have Cowboys? They now own them?
Somewhere Jerry Jones is yelling from his skybox.
But yeah, a lot of craziness has happened. The Lions are finally getting on the right foot, nearly getting out of Soldier Field with a W over the Bears. Safe to say the Lions are trying to get back on the right path, but they've just been stumbling more times than not.
The New Orleans Saints shot themselves in the foot while the Steelers had Captain Fatfuck come back.
Yeah, he wasn't on the field. He was in the stands watching. So
exactly.
Yeah, they want to play a good showing. Also, and it kind of makes you wish Jose was here, because Jose would love what happened in Tennessee when the Broncos and Titans did battle.
And then the Dolphins just whooped the Cleveland Browns' ass.
Honestly, nobody should feel sympathy for the Browns, considering the fact they still got a rapist as their quarterback. So
and then Tom Brady broke a record.
Yeah, Tom Brady made NFL history, if I remember correctly, the first quarterback to hit 100,000 yards.
Let me say something real quick on this one. Because let me say something real quick. Because here's the thing with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, because it seems apparent this is just like the Pittsburgh Steelers of old. They win on high-end talent. And that's exactly what we're seeing. And that's exactly what happened in Munich, Germany. By the way, the NFL was celebrated as like over 5 million folks tuned in to watch the game.
Over 5 million people, both digital and on TV, was watching that game between them and the Seahawks. So safe to say, there might be something there we haven't seen.
But also, Tom Brady's also undefeated since getting divorced.
Well, speaking of that, and then there were none. Yesterday, the football team done the unthinkable.
The streak is over. Washington football team. Done the NFL world knocking off the Eagles in Philadelphia, mind you. 32-21. I think for this one, I think Philadelphia must
ready for the nuke
bus or something.
Yeah, I think also.
Get ready for the nuke.
I was about to say also. I'm pretty sure the 1972 Dolphins might get ready to pop a champagne.
Yeah, because
now
it's the perfect season.
And now with that win for the Commanders, they're at 500 right now.
Mhm.
And then there was my team, which York said it was going to be the Tank Bowl.
Yeah, safe to say you got the win, but you got to believe that Ray is just saying, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
congratulations. I was going to say, so congratulations on the Colts. They basically beat a Pee Wee football team out there.
They did 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals. They fucked up on the 2-point conversions 3 goddamn times. So did the Raiders. You get to know you. You get to know you. Everybody gets to know you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Somebody needs to fire Josh McDaniel out of a cannon.
Yeah.
It was nothing but
I'll be right back, boys.
Yeah,
but it's kind of funny and ironic. We're facing the team that lost the Commanders.
Oh, God. I feel sorry for you, Cody, because you're going up against a very hot Philadelphia team that's going to be gunning with anger and fury after the Commanders took away their perfect season.
Let me hang on on the coaching for a sec, because I mean we see some really really bad coaching this past week. We saw bad coaching from Josh McDaniel. We saw bad coaching from Brandon Stanley. I'm going to get his name sooner or later.
No, it's Staley.
And we see bad coaching from Nathaniel Hackett. And
how is he still hired? I will never know.
Yeah, and I think in particular,
some things you don't know.
Las Vegas is just like in a free fall.
And you know what the worst part is? The auto fart known as Mark Davis did Jack's chance.
Oh no!
He went straight down to the Raiders locker room. Was like, okay, maybe he's actually going to finally grow up here and actually start screaming at his head coach to win or get the fuck out of here. No.
Basically, what he did at a press conference, he was speaking highly of Josh McDaniel, and I was saying to myself, hey, I like to have what he's smoking and make it enjoyable. I have no idea what he's talking about. Hold on, wait, I got.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Jacob, I got another caller.
Oh, we got another caller. Hey.
Uh-oh.
You have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Oh. Oh, God.
We got Jose in the party.
This ought to be fun.
Oh, God.
Jose,
if you want to burn the Broncos, go for it.
Wait a minute. There's one more game. To another episode of Gays and Our Rams.
Oh, God, the Rams.
Yeah,
they're still having the Super Bowl hangover.
They are so drunk. They are so hungover. They don't even know what they did last year. It's like a souped up version of those hangover movies, you know?
It's literally a real life version of the Young and the Restless.
Whoa!
One at a time.
Where's the supposed to go?
It's literally a live action of the Young and the Restless.
Yeah, basically. The only difference
like the Young and the Reckless.
is there's no sex. Hey!
Well, too bad Tom Brady didn't get any after his divorce.
God damn it! God damn it!
Hey, he finished.
But
he finished. Okay, go ahead, Cody.
The LA Rams still had hungover when they walked into the San Francisco 49ers and got their asses whooped.
No, this was over at SoFi in Inglewood. You're talking about the Niners who basically basically welcomed the Chargers and told them to bend over. Okay?
Yeah.
Bend over backwards.
Yeah, bend over and prepare.
Yeah. The Cardinals was the ones that beat the Rams.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Kyler Murray is still on that angry tour. So is Hopkins. So that's something to be afraid of, you know?
Well, as I say, Kyler Murray didn't play this week because of a hamstring.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Kyler Murray was out. This was the backup bowl, basically.
Oh, yeah, because the Rams also have Chandler Brewer that has an MCL injury. He's out for weeks.
Yeah, a long while, and they didn't have, and everything. Yeah, it was just rough.
And then Jackson is dealing with blood clots. He's out.
Ew.
He would be on blood thinner medication.
That's
blood clots.
That's awesome. But oh dear.
And then
Can I make fun of the Broncos now?
Yes.
Go for it, man.
It's
go
time
for it.
Let's
talk about them Broncos.
How about them Broncos?
Yeah. You really should have been burnt down before. You should have been burnt down like the stadium should have been. It's a cursor. It's a cursor. The gods are angry at you.
It's like that stupid meme of the dog sitting in the house fire just with a cup of coffee. He's like, this is fine. The difference instead of a dog is Russell Wilson.
Face on fire. Face on fire. The dog just sitting there, just enjoying it.
The NFL gods are wanting the Broncos to not sign Nathaniel Hackett, and look what happened. This is what you get.
Well, I got some bad.
Play like shit.
I got some bad news for you. Because coming up Sunday, it's going to be the Raiders and the Broncos.
Oh, God. I am pinching my nose at disgust. But, yeah. Let's
you know what?
Down.
I'm actually smiling.
Let's run it down a little bit. What's been going on week 11 of
2011? Week 11. Here we go. We're counting down the week.
Let's start it off with Thursday Night Football. Oh, God. Yeah, Titans and Packers.
Well, first of all, let's hope that. Hold on, Jose. Let's hope that fans tune in and watch the game.
Yeah, the problem is the Falcons game was streamed for free on Twitch. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, it was so bad they had to revert to Twitch just to get fans. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a second. There's one thing that we're missing.
What?
Yes.
Carter, what teams are on the bye week on week 11?
Let me see.
The bye weeks. The teams on bye.
It's Buccaneers, Jaguars, Dolphins, and Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
So for your fantasy boys that got any of these,
I highly suggest getting rid of some of those players because they are on the bye week. They're not going to help.
All right, now hold on. Before we start, let's make sure we do this orderly so that we all don't be talking all at once.
Good point.
Right.
All right then.
Let's start it off. Like I said, Thursday Night Football over at Lambeau Field. The Titans going out to Green Bay. Ooh, that's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Amazon is streaming this shit. I'm glad that Amazon is streaming all of this because if these were on TV, people would have changed the channel already. There you go. All right.
Let's kick it off with Let's start off with the nooner games. Brandon, what do you got?
First off, we got Chicago heading down to A-Town, battle with the Falcons.
Should we call this what it is, or is it going to be something else?
The Falcons are going to find the.
Yeah,
you go ahead, Carter. Carter first.
I'm holding up. I'm holding up for the tape bowl, but it'd be very interesting to see.
It would be ugly.
It's gonna be a good game to see the Bears and the Falcons collide against each other in the gaping butthole. That's gonna be a good game.
Oh yeah. You called that the tank bowl when you said the Colts and the Raiders were the tank bowl.
I'll be honest. The Falcons, they're going to find some way to choke this game. You don't be surprised if it happens.
It's like the old saying goes, old habits die hard. And they've been trying very hard to get rid of the choke, but they can't. Honestly, you can't really get rid of the choke.
It's their destiny to become the doormat.
I swear, Jacob, if Bruce Willis marches in here in this bar, I'm going to kill you. You said die hard. If Bruce Willis marches in this bar, I'm going to kill you.
No, if Jamal marches in this bar, we're dead.
Yeah, right. But anyways, let's move on to the
up next
the game.
Up next, we head into Maryland as the Carolina Panthers go head-to-head with the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm gonna be honest here on this game. Baker Mayfield, ever since he joined Carolina, he hasn't been consistent as of late when he was a I believe a Cleveland Brown.
The fact that P.J. Walker, the former Houston Roughneck, is actually doing better than Baker Mayfield says a lot.
Now, who's to say? Because I don't know whether or not Walker is still injured.
True.
Now Baker Mayfield may start. Baker Mayfield may start. That is if he doesn't keep on headbutting his teammates.
Like an idiot.
I mean, he got no helmet on. He's headbutting everybody else with their helmets on. He's asking for
Good God, he loves being in that concussion tent, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's asking
No
for
kidding. Lamar Jackson's gonna have a field day with this game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Also, it's a rough day for the Commanders when when Taylor Heineke gets the Kirk Cousins treatment and gets icy.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what's the next game?
Next game we got the Browns heading to Buffalo to do battle with the Bills.
This one I want.
Oh dear.
Let me just say this.
There's going to be a skin mark out there in the middle of Bills Stadium.
No. It's going to be a slaughterhouse in Bills country.
Yeah,
the tables are going to be breaking, but with 3Ds onto the dog pound.
Yeah, that's what I have to say because
think about this.
Give me a second, Jose. Give me a second because basically the Bills are angry. I mean, they are.
They are.
They are
just the fact that they slipped victory from their fingers in arguably the greatest game we just saw this year, which at the Vikings at home.
As I said, to make the situation worse, they are now number 3 in the division.
Yes, they are because of that OT loss because of that overtime loss to Minnesota. If I could get the
Vikings.
To the damn Vikings. Oh, damn it. Work with me. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, they are third in the. Actually, they're tied for second in the AFC East, but the Jets have the tiebreaker. So they're, like you said, they're third in the East, while Miami is sitting on top of the Heat with just one game ahead of them.
Yeah, that's not good. By the way, Bills are 0-2 in that division, so that's not helping.
No, that is not helping at all.
Not at all.
So they are out for blood.
Let's go next game.
Next up, we got the Commanders heading to Energy Stadium with the Texans.
I think this might be the one where we have to hit the music.
I don't think this. I don't. Well, why not? I mean,
considering the fact of how bad this is between these two teams.
Are you talking about Houston and Washington?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Carter.
Even Jose agrees. That's how bad this is.
If you're not ready, then I'll.
Game. This is just gonna get bad.
Here we go.
Oh God.
Yeah, we have to wait because these two teams are bad, man. Okay, look, man. You got the Washington Commanders who are basically keep shooting themselves in the foot with a head coach who can't stop messing around with the money, and you got Houston who's basically in the deepest of rebuilds since they got rid of the rapist. You know.
That's a good point.
So basically what happened is that these two teams, due to their controversy, they're probably not going to – this is going to be one ugly game, quite literally.
Yeah, this is not going to be fun. You're not wrong. You're not wrong there, Louie. What we got next in the Nooners?
Next up, we got get ready to get the booze out for Hagen because he's got the Eagles coming to town.
God damn it.
Now,
Cody,
listen.
Cody, I'm saying this now. If the Colts stay consistent and they got their quarterback who can lock it down, we might be seeing a shocker and an upset against the Eagles who tripped on their own feet against the Commanders.
This is a good time to mention something.
No, Jose, shut up. I'll be fucking shocked if
Cody.
Jeff Saturday can pull off another W.
you can pull off the win against the NFC leading Eagles, safe to say that Jeff Saturday is putting some voodoo witch magic in there, you know?
Yeah, let's let Jose get in there.
Go ahead, Jose.
Cody. This, now you know that I'm a trolling. Now I'm a trolling person. You know that.
Yes, you are.
I've been trolling the coach and you. But here's the thing: if you beat Philly this Sunday, maybe the next podcast we do, we'll talk about the Colts' postseason aspirations. If not, then I'm gonna keep trolling you. Deal?
And here's another thing to consider.
That's a fair offer.
Because let's not forget, the Giants, they're facing Detroit.
Detroit at the Meadowlands. Look, I'm going to say this. Detroit has been trying all season to get on the good foot, but they cannot stay consistent. One week their offense is on all cylinders, or the next week it's just their defense. You know.
Well, let me jump in. Because here's the thing: the Giants are still surprising a lot of people, and you got to tip your hat. As much as you don't like it, you got to tip your hat off to Daniel Jones and the way how he's been performing. We did say before the season got started, this is a make or break year for him because we know that he's in the last year of his contract. Saquon Barkley, same thing for him. He's running the ball like a madman. As long as he stays healthy, they got a good chance at making the playoffs. And so far,
that's a lot.
Give credit to Brian the Ball for waking their asses up.
Definitely. You could definitely say he has the balls to lead this team towards the playoffs.
Towards the
wrong on that.
Basically, he found the combination to awake the sleeping giant, and we're finally seeing this New York team that can actually be proud of with their talent. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of teams, Jacob, I think you're going to be interested in this one since you might be smiling. You're going to be hosting the drunkenly, stumbly Super Bowl champions Los Angeles Rams in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. How do you feel?
Well, let me correct you on one thing. It ain't the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. We lost those rights to Atlanta, so fuck them. We are now the Caesars Superdome, and it's going to be like the Gladiator days in the Coliseum. Because unfortunately for the Rams, they're getting the thumbs down.
I got a question, Jacob. How much faith do you have in Andy Dalton?
None.
Good question, but the thing is, LA has got a couple key players on injured reserve, like we talked about. Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp are possibly questionable coming into this Sunday against the Saints. So.
Oh, Cooper Kupp is out. He's having surgery tomorrow. He's out.
He's a dead guy.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp is out. Matt Stafford is questionable because he is going into concussion protocol.
Yeah. And the next game we have rivalry.
Do not be the redheaded idiot that he was when he was with Cincinnati, and he could actually be the Red Rifle. Maybe.
It's possible. What's next, Brandon?
We have a rivalry coming up. Jets are out of their bye week, and they're playing against New England.
Oh.
This is going to be an interesting game.
AFC East showdown right here, and you know the Jets would love to get within striking distance of Miami.
They will.
Now, can they beat New England? Because this is not the same New England Patriots team as we saw in years past. Is the magic beginning to fade?
Yes, look, guys.
Bill Belichick.
Here's the thing. When it comes to Bill Belichick's magic fading, you know what gives me that prime example that it is fading? Let's go back last year to I believe the AFC wildcard when it was Bills versus Patriots.
The Snow Bowl.
Yes, the AFC wildcard. Dear God. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's not to say.
So I believe that it is fading.
Yeah. Anyways, I do believe our good buddy Louie had to split. Let's give Louis let's give Louis love as always. Every Saturday, go check out his podcast, the Enhanced Sports Podcast, and wherever podcasts you can find available. He did change the times, right? It's like 5 Eastern now.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, 5 Eastern. Go check us out. His show, the Enhanced Sports Podcast, on wherever you find podcasts available. We do have to give you a warning. If you're going to go check out that show, be wary. He does run on the G side, so keep your P's and Q's.
His number is 512-543-4662. That's 512-543-4662.
And like we said,
keep
it on the G side because he wants to keep it friendly. But he does a lot more with the sports podcast than we can try to do in 90 minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Running along with the game. Running along with the game, we got the Raiders and the Broncos as we talked about.
Oh God! Prepare the tanks, everybody.
That's thankful right here. That's a grade A thankful right here. And Jose, you said it best. If they lose to the Raiders, I believe Nathaniel Hackett is going to get on the chopping block whether he wants to or not.
Exactly.
If he loses to the Raiders, who are having the worst amount of luck I've seen in a football team in years, he definitely is going to be going to that guillotine.
Yeah.
I hope so, because if somehow...
Go ahead, Jose.
Here's the thing. If somehow, and I mean somehow, if Nathaniel Hackett wins with Denver against Las Vegas, when his job's on the line, Denver's stuck. Denver is stuck with him.
Yeah.
They're stuck with him no matter what.
It's a lose-lose situation, basically.
Or if the Raiders actually fucking pull a miracle and win, it's another day of people on the Broncos country West ride car exploding.
Oh God!
Still burning.
That's it. That's only 3:00 games. On 3:30, we got the Cowboys taking on the Vikings. Safe to say the Cowboys are on hot water. If they keep losing like this, forget it.
No. Here we go. No. If they keep losing, we get more Southern Stephen A. Smith every single Monday.
You're right. But it's such an
accident waiting to happen. The accident waiting to happen.
But I am just now thinking he's probably going to predict Vikings are going to whip the Cowboys' ass.
Have you seen how Minnesota played against? Have you seen how Minnesota played against Buffalo?
Yeah,
it was an instant
Buffalo,
classic.
Front of
so
Bill
they can handle the best.
They kept their cool and took out the W, and like we said, arguably the greatest game we've ever seen this year.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely fought for it. I'm not going to lie on that. So
definitely.
So they're going to trample over Dallas.
I said this when this game was over. This was a game where unfortunately someone had to lose. Okay, they were playing that good. Okay, it was that good.
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Could Minnesota keep that trend? Could they keep the same consistency that they have when they had against Buffalo? That's my question.
That's a $1 million question. Can they keep this run going and continue their march for dominance in the NFC?
Mm-hmm. Let's move on to the next game.
Everyone to remember.
Final afternoon game of Sunday, and it's an AFC North showdown as the Bengals head up to the land of catch-up to take on the Steelers. Ugly.
Well, first of all, I can't pronounce the name of it. I can't pronounce the name of the stadium, so don't ask me. Secondly,
Cincinnati.
Second, I'm looking forward to see if Joe Mixon can repeat his performance from
his career high stats. Can he continue the run? Can he continue this burst of speed against the Steelers and show that he can be definitely a big case for offensive player of the year and possibly be the first running back in a long time to be MVP.
Yeah, I think also, Jacob, keep this in mind. The Steelers' defense is question mark.
Questionable at best. Because 1 minute they can lock it down with the best, the other minute they're acting like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And with Joe Mixon in that backfield, It's not going to be.
If Joe Nixon is taking the if Joe Nixon takes the Steeler defense to Cinnabar Island, best believe it is going to be a long day for the Insers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And let's guys, we got primetime games coming up.
Yeah, the primetime game starting off over in L.A. It's going to be the Chargers playing host to Patrick Kermit the Frog Mahomes and the Chiefs. Yep. Oh boy, this is not pretty.
Now,
and Monday,
this is one where I got to question something. This one where I have to question something.
All right.
Why in the blue hell does Brandon Staley go for on a fourth down on their own 10, 20, 30? Why does he do this? Why?
You're asking questions that we can't find the answer to. We don't know what goes on in that head of his.
Now, I think here's the thing, fellas, and we've been saying for longest that someone needs to give Brandon Staley a book called Football for Dummies because
it's got to be like a super book, honestly, so he can actually know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah,
you could probably request that to Daniel Hackett and Justin Daniels.
Hold on, Jose. Give him a Football for Dummies and there'll be a picture book so that he opens up and the picture pops up.
Now, it's like this is how you call playbook. This is how you manage the clock. This is how you do not go up fourth down when you're near your own end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can share this link to Nathaniel Hackett and Josh McDaniels so that you three cannot go back to the college games.
Well,
can I say something about the LA Rams? Is it too late to say that the Falcons are they the Falcons of old? They keep choking. They keep choking the games.
Oh God! Can you imagine?
That's a stretch if I ever saw one, Cody.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know.
You know what? If the Falcons choke that game, it'd be like he's choking. Oh, so someone give him help. He's choking. But
Talking about if the Rams are the Falcons, like after they lost the Super Bowl, they keep just choking every single game this year.
Yeah, and
what's the Monday Night Football game?
Monday Night Football.
Monday night we had the Mexico City.
Yeah, at the big ass toaster as the Niners head east to take on the Cardinals in the desert.
Oh man, it's gonna be in Mexico City at Estadio Azteca.
And that's going to be a tricky one because we have seen as many Mexican national teams players can tell you, the altitude makes the difference.
Mm-hmm. Now,
okay, Estadio Azteca is the tallest stadium. It is the highest stadium in the world of professional sports, taking out Empower Field by a good couple hundred feet.
Mm. Oh yeah. Now let me also add this because Deshaun Watson's back in practice.
Oh,
we
great.
know that he's about a couple weeks away from. Yeah, he's a couple weeks away from his suspension coming to an end, and well, you know what that means.
Yay!
Get ready for
when I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking. That's what I be doing.
God.
I be stroking.
Oh, God.
Damn it.
I stroke it to the east.
Oh, God. I'm already expecting when he steps out on that field for his first game since the suspension, I ain't going to be hearing nothing but boos, jeers, and threats.
Oh,
perfect game for it because his
first game. I was about to say perfect game for it because his first game back from his suspension is Week 13 in Houston.
Oh God! That's even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Enough said. Oh God.
Oh man! But before we leave, as I said before we leave, thanks to Jose and Cody for joining us tonight.
And Louie, as always. Cody, Jose, thanks again for tuning in, man. I bet y'all had a blast, honestly.
I know I definitely jumped in late while you were talking about the NFL.
Yeah.
I hope you lose.
Yeah. All right.
I'll can it.
All right. But yeah, thanks again.
This week is going to be interesting.
Yes, definitely. Thanks again, as always, to Cody Hagan and Jose Blanco for being a part of this episode, along with our buddy Louie. But yeah, this has been a very good episode, and we're going to keep working on this thing until we can't stand it anymore. But yeah, it is last call at the bar. As always, like I said, thanks to Jose, thanks to Cody, and thanks to Louie. As always, tuning in. And as always, we always like to say thanks to you, the fans, because this show is just that. We are fans just having a good time talking and talking about sports. And as always, we always do this show every Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Come check us out over on Blog Talk Radio. Follow us along and listen in. And if you want to be like Cody, be like Jose and Louie, give us a call. We love to listen to you guys. We're starting to blow up in here. Get in the phone and let's listen to you guys. Numbers always 516-666-9955. Give us a call. Voice your opinions. Talk about a topic you want to talk about, or give us some constructive criticism. We love to listen to you guys. You'll help us make this podcast even better. Okay? And as always, if you want to listen to the past episodes, go for it. Our video on demand is always got the latest episodes ready to go, not only on Blog Talk Radio, but iHeart and Spotify. Go check it out. It's worth the thing. But anyways, we are out of time. It's time to close up shop. We will see you guys next week. Gentlemen, we are starting to get into the tail end of the NFL season. Things are gonna get a lot harder.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy. And let's not forget.
Playoffs are coming. I can smell it from here. The NBA, the NHL is sitting there.
Don't forget, we're on the cusp of
this is going to be something you do not want to miss. But for everyone here, I'm JB. We will see you guys next week for episode 55 of the VWU Sports Podcast. Till then, you have yourself a safe and great night. Till then, we got to go. Good night.
Good night.
See you later, boys.
Bye, suckers.